Oh my god, I haven't done this in so long that when I went to hit record, I just took a picture of myself and said, hello everybody! Hi! I am so excited to be filming. It has been so long since I filmed. I know it's only been about a couple months since I last uploaded, but I'm embarrassed to tell you how long ago I filmed that. I'm pretty sure, when was it? It might have been April or May. I think it was May. No, it was June. I remember it was June. June is when I finished officially and like turned in the final thesis. So how long was that? So it's been over 4 months, which I hope that is the longest I go again for a long time, because I really, really miss filming, being on YouTube, writing. Oh my God, can I tell you a secret? I have not written since I last filmed. Shocker. I know you guys won't believe this, but I may or may not have burnt myself out doing my thesis so hardcore like that. If you haven't watched that video, you have no idea what I'm talking about. You've never been to my channel. I just very recently finished my creative writing master's degree, and so my thesis was me finishing I wanted it to be my final draft, but it's definitely not my final draft of my book, but doing a complete new revision of my book. And so yeah, I officially graduate November 9th, which is right around the corner, but then I won't like until May, because they don't do 2 graduations a year. So gosh, it feels awkward to film again. Am I being awkward? I feel like I'm being awkward. I'm being a little awkward. Okay. I mean, normally I talk to myself during the day because I still surprise I'm working from home, but I don't have the camera on anymore, so now it feels even more weird. Or is it less weird? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so what has changed since I last filmed? Well, I'm trying a mid part. That's probably the newest thing, though I think in my videos I also was trying it. It's still not working, by the way. I'm gonna give it up soon. I have a round face, so it just looks rounder. And I have thin hair. It's just not working, but it dried like this, so we're gonna go with it. Yeah, we're in a pandemic still, so yeah, nothing really has changed. All of summer happened, which in my last video I said it was gonna be a busy summer. It was definitely a busy summer, more so than I expected. I don't remember if I talked about this in my videos. I don't think I did, but I started to develop this ankle problem that I have been dealing with since the end of April, where it's fine. It's just like, I just have to go to physical therapy strength, and it's really boring. I don't know why I'm talking about it, but anyway, over the summer, it got really bad, and I was apartment bound for a long time. I was like, I don't want to say depressed because I wasn't diagnosed with anything, but I just, you know, had no motivation to do anything. I couldn't go outside on my walks anymore, and yeah, it was terrible, and gained weight, more weight. But I'm doing much better. I went on a road trip in August with my friend Erin, who you guys have met before, and it was awesome. And we went from Maine to California, which was a lot, but it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It helps that I, you know, was with my best friend, but I documented a lot of it on my Instagram. So if you want to check that out, you can see I made a post every day with like 10 photos and like describing what we did and where we were. And honestly, it was that experience that kind of woke me back up as how I think of it. Like, I just felt alive again. And I realized it's not even like I had to stop feeling sorry for myself, because that kind of insinuates that I did something wrong with how I was feeling in July, but I just wanted to move on from those feelings, and I think I have, you know. Lost the extra weight I gained, not all of it, but most of it, you know, and I just feel ready to open my creative self up again. I've been reading so much. That's probably the biggest thing that I've been doing since I stopped filming. I caught up on my Goodreads challenge. I'm actually ahead of it now. Though if you do go on my Goodreads, if you're like following me or we're friends on Goodreads, which by the way, feel free to add me. I love having friends on Goodreads and stalking what all of you guys are reading. A lot of those books were children's books, because, you know, I'm a numbers person and I like to win. And so I kind of decided, you know what I should do? I should read all of the Dr. Seuss books, because I never really read any before, and I didn't know like what happens in The Cat in the Hat, or like how the Grinch Stole Christmas goes. Like, I've seen the movie, but I never read the book. And it was actually really cool. And I read like all the banned ones, which was so scandalous. No, I mean, I can see why they were banned. I'm glad that, and like, I know people, okay, now I'm getting to controversial things. Oh my God. So speaking of winning things, let's get into the point of this video. NaNoWriMo is right around the corner, and I am so excited because I haven't really participated fully in a NaNoWriMo event in like definitely over a year, because last year I was working on my thesis, and so it wasn't, I was kind of tracking my progress, but it wasn't really. And I've actually never ever done a true how it's meant to go NaNoWriMo before, which leads me into what am I doing for a NaNoWriMo this year? I know what I should be doing. I should be trying to get my draft, my manuscript, ready for querying, because I can tell I'm close. I have really what I would consider another round of revisions I want to do, which is boosting another character up. So right now my book reads very much as a main character, Paul, and it's like his story, but in my heart and just the way I picture the story, it is also just as much, so it's still he's the main character, but it's just as much another character's story, Anna, and she definitely reads as not even like a side character, but almost a back character. Like, and so my next round of revisions, I want to focus on her side of the story and adding that in. And so I thought for NaNoWriMo, what I could do is do just that. I didn't think I'd change too much from Paul's view, obviously tighten scenes, rewrite scenes and all that, but I felt the main plot and structure of the book is solid enough. Good enough is my writing motto these days. And so I just had to add hers in, and I was like, but I don't know if I have 50K worth of story to add in, because then now we're getting a little bit too long of the book. Like, it started when I was working on my thesis, and mostly probably because I felt like I couldn't do anything else, but also I have been working on this book for a very long time. Since the start of this channel, actually that's not quite true, but like just a few months after the start of this channel, I have been working on Guardians of the Skull, which is the story of my heart. I do want to query it. I do want to publish it. I'm not saying I don't. However, I have been having such an urge to try, like, just to have like a palette cleanser, like write something else really quickly, something I don't plan on publishing, something that probably will be garbage, but that every day I just sit down and simply write what excites me, hopefully in one linear story. And then like the thought of doing a traditional NaNoWriMo also really excited me. I felt like I never really could do like a traditional NaNoWriMo because I've always, the first year I did it, it was a memoir, so it was nonfiction. The second year I did it, I was working on something I'd already started. And just from then on, it's been things like that, or editing, revising. And so, I don't know, I just always wanted to do like a traditional one. And I thought, you know, this year I can't, but maybe next year, like once I've finished, where I'm happy with Guardians of the Skull, I'm querying it out, hopefully maybe I even have an agent, oh my God, I can work on something new. But I don't know, you guys, like part of it is because I feel a little bit lost with how to measure progress with Guardians of the Skull, so I feel like I really couldn't, unless I was just measuring time, which you can do. But for NaNoWriMo itself, it's not as like time goal friendly. That's really Camp NaNoWriMo. And I could do like word count, like words revised, but then that kind of feels like cheating, because if I don't change much and I just count the words I read over essentially and lightly edited, I don't know, it just, I don't know. And I know NaNoWriMo's and everything, but also just I feel almost sort of stuck how to move forward with my current draft as far as where the heck do I start first. So before I get too ahead of myself, I've sent my current draft to my critique partners, which if you guys watched my live stream or you want to watch my last live stream, they were the ones I was with, Aaron and Zach. And Zach actually just 2 days ago sent back my full manuscript. He's completely gone through it, added his notes, edits, blah, blah, blah. So I have to reread that. And I also have to reread my story, which I haven't done since June. And so I know that's like the first step. And so, okay, let me just get into what I'm doing, because I feel like you guys kind of know where I'm going with this and I'm just rambling now. Such a new thing for me to do, I know. But I think what I've decided, and I've decided really last minute because today is October 29th, I've decided I am going to do a traditional NaNoWriMo in that I am going in to write a 50K novel. I have not planned anything because I think that's traditionally, I know people do Preptober, but I think traditionally you're supposed to go in totally blind, like no idea, no notes, no outline, nothing. You just go in with a brand new book. And that's where I'm at because I have no idea what I would write. I mean, I have some ideas. I don't even know what genre though. Like, I mean, I have 1,000 book ideas in my phone. Like, every time I get a book idea, I would jot it down in my notes section. So I definitely have a lot to pick from if I want to jump in with one of those. But I just don't even know what genre. Like right now, today, I'm feeling like I want to do something horror, but that's also because I'm reading It by Stephen King, and I think that's influencing me. I don't know, maybe I'd want to do like romance. Probably not. I don't think I'll ever write a romance. Nothing against romance, I just don't read them, so I would not be good at it. And then I even like thought like, what if, you know, I every day want to do a different genre, and like, so I do like each chapter is like a different genre, which would be totally garbage and impossible to read, but to write might be really fun. Like you keep the same story and the same characters, but each chapter reads like, one is like a horror, one is a romance, one is an adventure, one is historical, one is sci-fi. I don't know. That would be a hot mess. I don't know. And the idea of this palette cleanser NaNoWriMo book is, like I said, I never plan to publish it. Don't even plan to have anyone read it. It would literally just be for me and me sitting down saying like, what would make me happy to write today? What would excite me? Because before I did NaNoWriMo, I did write a little bit, like in high school and middle school. Me and my friend Zach, actually, still same Zach from my critique partner, we would write stories together, and you know, sometimes we would like pass a chapter back and forth. That was actually really fun. I could continue even with that story. I still have it. I don't know, I've always wanted to do like a haunted house story. Like, I just loved reading those books growing up, like the Lewis Duncan, you know, young adult paranormal type books. I don't know. It just sounds so exciting, and it's not like, I don't want anyone to worry like I don't find Guardians of the Skulls exciting anymore. I absolutely do, but I just feel like I know I need to sit down and really figure out my next move and really take my time rereading it, because I know like they say like don't overthink it when you're drafting. It's like, but I'm not drafting anymore. I've drafted plenty. I am in the revising stage where I'm supposed to sit down and overthink it, and it's hard. It's like a lot harder than I thought it would be. I know some people like it. Kim Chance says that it's her favorite part. It is not my favorite part. Like, drafting has its own demons, but like revising and finally deciding, okay, what is the best decision here, that is hard. Because like you can make a little decision and it'll pull it into an entirely different direction. So yeah, and plus it's a series, and so I want to make sure I'm setting it up well for the next books. I don't want to like make a bad call and really like put myself in a corner with a possible sequel. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a brand new project. I will keep you guys posted on when I end up writing. Since I don't ever plan to publish it, I'm probably going to talk to you guys about it as I'm writing it. I don't know. Like, who cares? I'll spoil the whole thing. I don't care. Maybe I'll read from it. I don't know. It will be fun. It will be like, yeah, I think it'll be fun to be able to talk openly about something I'm writing versus like having to be so secretive all the time. Not that I'm super secretive anyway, but. And then of course I am still going to be working on Guardians of the Skull. My hope is I do spend an hour a day working on my novel, like the one I want to publish, Guardians of the Skull. I would love to just like focus an hour a day on that. Whatever that happens in that hour, whether it's rereading something, going through notes, figuring out an action plan forward, but in between that I want to do my fun project. And since it is a fun project and I don't have to worry about writing because I don't want to write, because I don't really like writing description, I don't like writing action scenes, which is ironic because action is a huge part of my current book. I'm not really that worried about hitting my goal. Like, I really think I'm going to be able to do it somewhat easily because I'm just writing whatever the heck I want, and it's just going to be fun. Like, I'm just focused on it being fun. And I think it's gonna be a really good exercise for me for my current book. I think it will remind me what excites me. I'm sure there's a lot of, I can just imagine I'm gonna write certain scenes that I'm like, oh my God, this is a great scene. I bet I can plug it into my current book somewhere, like somehow. You know what I mean? Like, it might inspire my current novel. So I think it's a great idea. It sounds like it might be more work, but I actually think it's gonna be really beneficial. And like I said, I'm still working from home, so I've got an extra oh gosh, hour and a half every day that I'm not commuting. So I'm not too worried about time. And plus, like, it'll be easier for me to write on my lunch break because I'm just home. I don't have to worry about like shutting my office door or like going to a private area or anything. I'm just excited. I'm really excited. I think it will be so freaking fun, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. I can't wait to figure out what I'm gonna decide doing. I don't know. And maybe I'm gonna change my mind halfway through. I'd like to do the traditional one novel. Like I said, I really am craving doing a traditional NaNoWriMo, but if the goal is to have fun and I'm writing a book and I decide, you know what, I want to switch to this other idea I just got, I'm just gonna do it. I don't really care. Hitting the 50K is mostly my goal, just to get me back into writing. So yeah, I think that's really all I had to say. My other announcement that you might be gleaming from the title, if I decide to include it in the title, is I really want a daily vlog. I know I've made this like statement before and it has fallen through before, but I really miss, especially when it's like NaNoWriMo or like a challenge video like this, I miss the daily updates because first of all, it makes my videos shorter because you guys know, they're too long. Sometimes it's fun to have a long sit down video and sometimes it's not, and I need more variety. So having a daily vlog will definitely cut down on the length of my videos. And second, it keeps me more accountable. If I can't just feel like I can take a day off, because then I won't have a video to upload that day, and it will be much more glaringly obvious that I didn't do something. Versus if I do like a weekly vlog or a monthly recap, you can skip forward. I mean, hello, have you seen my thesis videos? If you pay attention to the dates, your girl didn't write a lot of it. Like, my filming of writing my thesis was like over the course of many months. If you add up the days I actually wrote, it was probably like 2 to 3 weeks. Not joking. It's really bad. And that's why I burnt myself out really bad. All right, I'm gonna try not to ramble for too long on this, so I'm gonna go. But I hope you guys are looking forward to those type of videos. I hope I haven't disappointed anyone, that I'm kind of slowing down this month with the revisions of my book. I do think it's the right call, especially to get me back into writing, especially because when I take a long break like this and I start writing again, it is not good. Like, my writing, it's like a muscle. You have to get it warmed up again. So if anything, that's another reason why I kind of want to like work on something else, because it's like, let me get the sucky out and then I can write well again. Let me know if you guys are also doing NaNoWriMo. I would love to watch your videos, subscribe, or follow along however you're documenting it, or if you just, want to comment below, keep me posted. It's gonna be hard daily vlogging. I want to try and update with a quick turnaround. I've been really bad at that in the past, but I'm hoping with just daily vlogs, there's not as much to edit, so it won't be so bad. I already know there's going to be a couple days that are going to be more challenging, obviously Thanksgiving Day, but going up to Maine mid-ish November to help my mom. She's getting another surgery, but this one is elective. It's not anything bad. I'm going to be helping her out, so we'll have some Chihuahua footage, her 2 Chihuahuas. And so it might just be a little bit more challenging to write on those days. I'm still gonna try and get it done, but we shall see. It may be challenging to edit too, that's more what I meant to say. I think that's it. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing really good. I'm glad summer is over. I am so glad it's fall. I'm looking at a beautiful orange tree outside, and yeah, fall and winter are my 2 favorite seasons. So around October, I start getting, well, September, I get really happy. So yay, it's like opposite of seasonal affective disorder. I get more happy those months, but mostly just because I hate the heat. I cannot tolerate it. I feel like I still want to talk. It's only been 20 minutes. I can talk for much longer. Okay, but I should stop. Don't unsubscribe, please. Oh, and I want to get back into saying what I'm reading at the end of every video. Currently, I am reading It by Stephen King. If you watched my videos 3 or 4 years ago, however long ago, you might have noticed I was also reading It by Stephen King. Yeah, I'm not rereading. I'm still just trying to finish it. Obviously I haven't been reading it like this whole time, like I've taken many breaks, but oh my god, it is so big. And sometimes the pacing is good and sometimes it's slow, especially because I'm still in like the beginning. I'm on page 385 and I'm only just a little over a third of the way through, so yeah. But I'm determined 2021 is the year. I'm gonna finish it and move on with my life. That's all I had to say. I'll have a lot more to say in my upcoming vlogs, so stay tuned for those. And I'm excited to get back into this writing with you guys. And like I said, let me know what you're doing. I want to know. I'm curious and nosy like that, so let me know. All right. Bye guys.